Hi there, I'm Ethan McCarty from the Integral Communications Group, and today I wanted to share some thinking with you about what it means to move. When a big move is coming your way, your office is moving, or you're consolidating, or moving into a new place, it's usually about something more than just a company getting tired of the view. Generally, there's some kind of expansion or a change in the business model, or even a reduction, entering a new market or retreating from a market that's not working so well. And sometimes it's about changing the culture or the way that you work as a company. And I've been having a great conversation with and doing some really interesting work with two brilliant women, Rachel Cassanova and Dana Asher, who have really enlightened me about a lot of different concepts related to communications and moves. And of course, I've gone through a bunch of this kind of work at Bloomberg when we took occupancy of the new London headquarters, and also when we took when we moved a bunch of people into another sort of installation of the urban campus at on 3rd Avenue here in New York City. But also at IBM, I was on a team where we brought a bunch of people who had been working from home, myself included, into a workspace that was a really modern workspace. So a couple principles I wanted to share with you is that the change communications that happens is different from change management. It's not enough to just tell people what's happening and expect that they're going to be on board with the change, because you're really starting to go right into the things that people touch every day: their desk, the commute, the the proximity to their home. All of these things have such a material impact on the way people perceive work. And when you make these changes, it's very easy for somebody to start griping about that publicly, and there's probably a bigger change at play and that may be harder for them to talk about. So unfortunately, a lot of that kind of any of the negative energy can sort of be displaced onto the move. And so that's one of the things where it becomes very important to manage that tension between building excitement for the move while also allaying people's fears about what's going to be different and how it might be difficult for them. Organizations tend to emphasize the upside a lot more than they spend a lot more energy emphasizing that upside, like, oh, this is going to be a great new desk, or this is going to be a cool new building, or whatever, as opposed to addressing those downsides that people may perceive or may be concerned about. So, for example, you might be getting that cool new sit-stand desk, or you're now going to be in this super collaborative, open environment. But maybe people are worried about losing their sense of place and those feelings of comfort that they've built up over years of going to that office that they're used to. So here are 3 tips for you. First of all, you got to recognize that people will fear loss. And you have to address those with some really authentic measures. And there's a lot of different things that you can do, but one might be as simple as doing some very, very focused polling of employees who will be affected prior to a town hall. So if you're going to do a town hall, make sure that the things that people are really worried about will actually be in the agenda of the town hall, and that you're going to address those things. Secondly, prepare to adjust your plan. And as I said, I'm working with these brilliant people. Rachel suggests that her clients reserve at least some portion of the budget to be kind of unassigned, whether that's 5 or 10% of the furniture budget, or a couple of rooms in the new facility that are undesigned, so that as people move into them, they can sort of design them. It gives you the facilitator, the facilities team, the communications team, and so on, to create something that is a sensible iteration. So employees might be able to select some new kinds of furniture, or they might be able to decorate a room, so it's really fit for a particular purpose, for collaborating in a certain way, or for a certain kind of meeting that people like to hold. And third, it's so important to personalize that move to the extent that it's possible. Let's not be talking about moving a group of people so much as we're thinking about it on the individual level. So where can we start to activate personal stories of how people will see themselves in a new place and really be successful in the new place? Maybe there's a way to customize the welcome gifts So, or the welcome kit, so when I arrive, first day in that new place, there's something that's really special for me at my desk that's related to my job and my personality and my experience. Or maybe there's a method to bring in my family or my friends into this workspace, maybe during a celebration or something like that. So the long and the short of it is, moves are really important. It's a moment not just to communicate a change, but to manage a change and to get a lot of positive outcomes that could be related to your company's culture, the level of engagement that your employees feel every day, the way that people are talking to clients about, and the customers and the public, the way your people are talking about your business to the public in a really positive way, not just about a new desk or a new commute, but rather what that bigger change is. Thanks a lot for listening. I'm Ethan McCarty from Integral Communications Group, and I hope to hear your ideas about how changes can be a positive thing within the workplace and how best to get the most out of them. Take care.